Alrighty, friends. Salutations. We need a little bit of that going. There we go. We're here. We're live. Salutations. Hello. Brilliant to see you here. I'm so happy you are here. Gotta deal with this microphone. I adjusted the microphone today. I wish I could spin it to the side so I can look at this, but I cannot, so it's like straight in front. Oh well. I guess I could do that. Salutations to you. A hearty salutations. I'm so happy that you are here. And then the like. There we go. Let's do that. So, hello. Greetings. I'm gonna remove the label from this bottle, just in case. I don't know, YouTube's weird. YouTube is strange. But, welcome in. That's strange. Let's see. On this. That's widgets. Yeah, I want chat box. Why is chat box not on here? That's weird. Oh, it is now. Whoop, chat box is out. Alert box, absolutely. Goes right there. There we go. We're building the scene, apparently, because it's not there for some reason. Where's the other one that tells you like what happened? Events. Isn't it event player, event scroll, something like that. Event list. There it is. I found event list. It's gonna go right there. Oh, looks good. Great. So when there's an event, something fun will happen. Cool. Hey there, Adam. Dude, it's going pretty well. We're just sitting here talking, drinking a Topo Chico, talking about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. How's things in Adam's world? What's going on with you? Love it. That's good. I'm glad you're loving it. We got a small crowd right now, as in it's you. Just playing some Apex. Cool. By the way, how'd you find the stream? Where did you pull the stream from? From YouTube or so you were already a subscriber and all of that? How'd you get in here? Where'd you come from? Hopefully the music will, Discord, gotcha. Yeah, my Discord, absolutely. I did throw that in there, so I'm glad you're here. So glad that you are here. Thanks for stopping in. So we're talking about D&D. That's kind of the point that we're here. So, let's start talking about some D&D. Talk about some TTRPGs. So let's see, what should we talk about? Well, we could do some, you know what I need to do? Here's what I'm thinking. Tell me if you're down. I think we need to work on some Gilgamesh, because 225's kind of taken off, starting to take off. Oh, thank you, man. You're so nice and wholesome, and I appreciate you so much. You make my heart real happy. I kind of need to move it over to the side, I guess, because I don't want to move the camera. But if I could just move it from there this way, go this way with it, that'd be cool. But you see, everything's been taken off. The investigation check's taking off, and Hero's Journey's starting to take off. Like, it's all coming together. So Gilgamesh has way taken the back seat, which is what brought me here in the first place. So we need to get on the Gilgamesh stuff again, because it's been a minute. So I'm down to clown with some Gilgamesh, I think, if that is something that would interest anybody else. So I can play that on stream. Well, not play it, but write it, and, we could work together on it. It'd be kind of fun. So, if that's what That's what the doctor ordered. So good. Here we go. When was the last time I opened it? I'm scared. I'm scared to know. When was the last time? Yikes. December 23rd was the last day I worked on Gilgamesh. I didn't even work on it once in January. Are you serious right now? So many things have changed since I started this. I probably need to reword a whole bunch of things. That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. This needs to go over this way. And this needs to go over here too. Okay, there we go. Now we're doing this. Okay. It's like old times. This is fun. Okay, so Enkidu falls asleep after the celebration, has a terrifying dream. He has to why the gods have assembled. Gilgamesh brought Uruk's finest craftsmen to take the horns off of the bull and adore them to his father Lugalbanda's temple. He then calls for 400 gallons of oil to anoint. So, that's a good question. I can answer that question for you. So 225 Games is my sole proprietorship, my baby, my pride and joy. And what we do, we're a twofold kind of company. Where step one is we make TTRPGs accessible. How do we do that? Through products like A Hero's Journey and products like the DM journal that's coming out. The GM, okay, we can't use DM because it's copywritten, but the GM journal that's coming out too. So we've got a player's journal and a GM journal. Player's journal is accessible. It's called A Hero's Journey, a journal for 5e TTRPGs. That is baby's first player's journal. If you've never played a TTRPG before, especially 5e, this is the product for you. If you're a veteran and you're scatterbrained like I am, where you got like ADHD and stuff going on in your brain, this is a way to keep it organized and a way to keep it methodically laid out. The GM journal is kind of a guidebook for GMs to get on kind of sorta. It's more so than just content though. It's also merchandising. So that's kind of what the journal is. The journal's our very first flagship product. So, and to a company that will be the GM journal. It's about plotting. It's about how to tell a story, things like that, for GMs to all kind of come together and tell their story. So that's that. Then the other thing is sharing history through the lens of a TTRPG, which is why we're working on the Epic of Gilgamesh, which we haven't done since December. So it's been a minute, but that's what we're all about, is creating products for the masses to enjoy, both veteran and beginner alike, both player and GM alike. The adventures will be historically based. The products will be accessible for all. Make TTRPGs more accessible. And not only that, we do have the podcast, which is the Investigation Check, where we interview the movers and shakers of the TTRPG and gaming worlds that we know and love. So anybody that's really putting out adventures and really making a huge difference in the TTRPG communities, like DM Charlie, like Phoenix Dice, like DM Jangy. Those are our first 3 interviews. Verge Games is coming on the horizon. Liars for Hire on the horizon. Constructed Chaos is on the horizon. So when all of those interviews are done, they'll be posted on Mondays. And it's just a way to kind of give back and a way to shine light on these great creators who are making those differences. And those great creators who really are going that extra mile and moving and shaking the role-playing game world. Hopefully that answers your question. I think hopefully that does. It should. So we've got products, we've got modules and work, and we've got the podcast. And we'll have a website very soon when I make it. And I'm not bad at it. But we'll see when that happens. When I learn how to make a website. Because I'm not very good at it. I won't lie to you. I'm just curious, what kind of add-ons do we have? I don't need any of these. Dr. Forum, Easy Bib, don't need that. upgrade smarter. I don't need that. None of these do me any good. Ooh, merge. That's exciting. Fun text. Well, we're not here for fun. Okay, good. I'm glad that the clarity has been given. Very good. So. Now, this is Gilgamesh. This is what set everything off for 225. I have this affinity for Gilgamesh. So, it's cool that I can take this and put it into there. Oh, do you like streaming on YouTube? Or what made me choose YouTube? Twitch is fine. I don't know. I just like YouTube. I do have a 225 Twitch account that I probably should use too, but I don't. I am just using this YouTube account. I used to stream on Twitch back at the beginning of COVID. I would stream music there back when I was Music Man McNutt. But now that 225 Games is here, I figure it's time for kind of a switch. Definitely don't see as many viewers. I guess it's because it's harder to find because YouTube is so active and the categories are not very plentiful. You cannot stream D&D. No, that's what you're here for. That's the Twitch. That's the chat. Otherwise, it would just be rambling into the void, and that's no fun. So I enjoy answering questions, and I enjoy chat. So thank you for making this a conversation instead of random thoughts with Garrett. But yeah, there's not a lot of categories on YouTube, so Twitch is a little better, I think, and we might make that switch. But it's it's a change of pace for me, I guess, too. And Twitch has so many ads all the time, just forever. They last so long, and Twitch is so annoying that way. So, I don't know. I'm rambling, I guess, now, but that's the thought process as to why YouTube. Okay, so there's that. No, I want that. I don't need this. I have a better idea. I have a new idea. I have a brilliant idea. This idea, you're going to be blown away. You're going to say, wow, that's a great idea. And I'm going to say, damn, so I told you. That's what's going to happen. If it doesn't happen, I will eat my shoe. My left one specifically. In case you were curious as to which one will be devoured on this day. I wonder how streaming an actual game of D&D would work on YouTube, though. That would be kind of fun. Maybe. Maybe it would not be fun. I don't know. I don't know anything. I've never done it. So I am completely clueless. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a website. We're going to make a website right now. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to do it. And Adam, you're here with me. We're going to do this together. You don't have to help me. You just have to be here with me in spirit. And even then, you don't have to be here. I'm not your real dad. I can't tell you what to do. Even a little bit. But oh well. That's what I'm here for. So we're using Bluehost. Bluehost is fun because it has blue in the name, and that's all I know about it. I know so little about making websites. I am so bad at them. I've tried. Hey, if you have any contributions to the conversation, you're more than welcome. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean, whose fault was it that got me into this crazy mess anyway? Because I had this idea and they were like, yeah, go do it. So then I ran away for a while and went back onto it. Yeah, Dragon's Child. Dragon's Child went in here and gave me all of this love and support to start this thing. So, and she's over here. Look at that. This ordered one. Oh my gosh, she ordered one. Cool. Okay, so there you go. Order. We had an order today. Ta-da! Dragon Child rolling in that. So I don't know how we could iron it out, but it would be very cool if she's amazing. But it would be very cool if we could do something with the hero's journey. If there could be some sort of way you could give it out to players or something. I don't know. I don't know how that would work from like a business perspective, where we'd both kind of benefit from that. I don't know if sell it to you kind of like wholesale with a discount, and then you can sell them like you would like an LGS. So you can buy them in bulk, and then I can mail them to you, and you can mail them to people who want them. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just kind of rambling, but we'll see. But we could be definitely beneficial. So if you know anybody that would like a hero's journey, check it out. I don't have my copy with me at the moment. It's at the kitchen table because my fiance is using it for our campaign, where I DM and she plays the player, and it's snowing in Texas. So if you have any ideas about mutual benefits of 225 and the Academy, throw them my way. I have a very open mind. We can figure something out. I did get one local game store to start carrying it. They're going to buy in bulk, and then they're going to sell it for the Amazon price, and I'm selling it to them at a discount. And absolutely, I will do that. It will be very good. Steel sharpens steel, as I say. So I don't say that. I guess literally the Bible says that. But I like to quote that quote because I think it's awesome. Steel sharpens steel. So if we lift each other up and we grow together, then life gets better that way. Both of our lives get better for it, and better that way. But yeah, this has been occupying so much of my time. It's been ridiculous. I edit and record interviews constantly, which is what I should be doing now. But I'm not, because I'm here playing around on Discord, trying to make a website. And I have no clue what is happening. No clue. But I guess all these plugins need to update. Well, there you go. Alec is a man of renown. What a wise, wise man. A homo sapien sapien, if you will. A wise, wise man. That's how that translates, by the way. Wise, wise man. Fun fact. I teach history. I know a thing or two about history. But yeah. I know Dragon wants to playtest playtest Gilgamesh when it comes out. She's super pumped for it. A couple people are super pumped for it. I'm super pumped for it. So it's gonna be good. I'm very excited. Oh, that's see. I live in a sad world where my PC is broken because I don't know why, but I need to get it fixed. I guess the battery died or something. But even if the battery's dead, like I plug it into the wall with the charger on and it doesn't turn on. Like it just straight up does not boot. Does not power on, doesn't take a charge, doesn't do anything. It just is sad and whatever. And that's really frustrating. But oh well. By the way, if you haven't listened to the investigation check, by all means, please do. Because I'm real hard on myself. I don't settle for anything less than my best, and I don't settle for mediocrity. The first 2 episodes are a little quiet from my end, but the third episode's really high quality sound, but the content in all of them is absolutely fantastic. The people I interviewed were just a wealth of knowledge and so awesome. So if you haven't listened to the investigation check, you absolutely should. You can have me in the background all day long. You could even listen to the investigation check in the background also. DM Charlie Gaming, Phoenix Dice, DM Jangy. Super great people. And they're all on the server too. So N225, they just joined. Some of them today, just like you did. We had a lot of growth today. Sent out a lot of invites. Probably something I should have done before, and I did not. But, c'est la vie. I'm sending Discord invites right now. When I said I was going to work on a website, I guess I'm not. I guess I'm not going to do that. So, whoops. But I am here to chat about things. So that's fun. Okay, there's some more Discord invites sent out. Hopefully someone pops right on in and says, what's up? Okay, so all of these plugins are updated now, which is awesome. Posts, Hello World is up. That's exciting with a comment. That's great. Thank you. So I'm going to delete that. We don't need that. I don't know how to delete this page. Bulk action. Move to trash. Apply. Okay, no more Hello World. Repost. Trash. There we go. I'm shuffling cards. I don't know if you can hear that. That's my fidget. Shuffling this deck of Avengers cards I have. Okay, so we got media. We need to add some things to the media for sure. I know that much. So let's find some media to pop in here. There we go. That should work. Hopefully that's transparent when it shows up. And it is. This is some fun, not copywritten music over here. Quite the bops. However, I did forget that I have a subscription to Epidemic Sound. How exciting! So let's see, what kind of things are we going to listen to today on Epidemic Sound? How about some gaming? Let's go to gaming. Let's see what's up on here. Ambient gaming, glitchy gaming, cyberpunk, dreamy gaming, happy gaming, Twitch just chatting. That's kind of what I'm doing. Let's do that. Okay, I'm about this. This is fun. page. That's not what I meant. I don't want 225. There we go. I want this. Plugins, appearance, no. I want plugins. Add new. I want WooCommerce. Give me that sweet WooCommerce. There you are. I'm gonna activate this bad boy. I would never do done this. I'm gonna do that on the stream. That'd be very silly. Well, I made it to the end of the website. There we go. Bravo. Done. That's all I can do. There's not a lot you can do on stream, I've realized. Sitting around chatting's hard. Try to do something for chatting, and I can't. I'm not allowed. What we can do is move this tapestry over a little bit, I guess. Something like this. Chair. Try that. There we go. That's looking good, I think. 225 games. The chair's a little bit in the way, but not by much. Whatever. Looks great. Good job, Garrett. Thanks, Garrett. Appreciate it. Hey, you're welcome. You're such a good guy. Oh, gee, thanks. Gee whiz. I couldn't have done it without you. Oh, shucks. Cheers. Gee, thanks. I appreciate that. Mr. Paths himself, here's to you. The man, the myth, the monster maker himself, coming in hot on the YouTube. Very good. So yeah, it's looking pretty cool. But if I turn this way, now is the chair covering games? Not by much now. No, that's pretty in the open. And I don't want to lower it because then the chair will really cover it. But oh well. But oh well. How have you been, my guy? How have you been? How's life for you? Hopefully well. Should not be up at 5 in the morning. Hey, I appreciate the support. I appreciate that. It takes a village to raise a child, as they say, and I am just a wee little baby boy, so thank you for your support. 5 in the morning. That's very much in the morning. It's 11:10 here. I didn't even realize. I thought it was like 9 o'clock. And it's not. Oh, that's awesome. Well, you've come to the right place because right now we're just chilling. Talking about some D&D. Talking about TTRPGs. Adam's playing some Apex. Adam's lurking. Hi, Adam. He can hear me, but he can't talk because he's too busy owning noobs. And I'm here for that. So, what kind of materials are you prepping? Are you making monsters? Are you world building? What you got going on? By the way, I don't know if you know this because you probably just joined the Discord. We at 225 Games, we have a podcast out called The Investigation Check, if you did not know that, where we interview the movers and shakers of the TTRPG world and the TTRPG space, dice makers, fantastic world builders, professional DMs, cartographers, things like that. So if you haven't checked that out, you absolutely should check that out because it's kind of fun. And by kind of fun, I mean super duper awesome fun. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into chat on here. Sketched up a monster. That's exciting. What kind of monster is it? Open in web browser? I guess I'll do that. That sounds like a fun idea. I'll do that. There we go. There you go. See, thank you. It is the investigation check. It is right there, available for listening. I am very proud of this thing. I never thought that it would kind of take off or go anywhere. But after how many in the last 7 days, we've had 86 unique listeners and 173 plays over time, and it's been about 9 or 10 days or so, 3 episodes on the air. So I'm kind of blown away by the reception to this thing. It's super cool. Everybody on the show is incredibly wholesome, incredibly talented and gifted, and it's been such a pleasure to chat them up and to pick their brains. So to be honest, from kind of a selfish standpoint, I want to start the podcast so I can learn from people. But also I want to share that love of learning and their expertise with the world. So, yeah, follow on your platform of choice, subscribe on your platform of choice, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I would like to start putting content here too. And I'm glad you're excited about it because I'm excited for you to listen to it. And if you have any feedback, of course, let me know. The first 2 episodes, I'm a little quiet because it looked great on Audacity. It did not look great. It did not sound great total. So it's a little quiet, but it's good. My guy, let me tell you, it is a good time. And the 225 Discord is also, it's all of those guys in there, and girls, like Phoenix Dice. And it's just such a great time with some great people, and everybody's just jazzed about each other's stuff, and it's so much fun. Homebrew Coffee is in there, brewing up coffee. I'm in there brewing up a hero's journey in the podcast. Sketchy Kobold, he does commissions now. When we first started talking, he didn't, and now he does, and now his stuff's starting to take off too. DM Jangy is in there, and he does this thing called the Dungeon Monthly Magazine that is free or $4 to $5 for print copy. He bought a printer, and he's shipping it at cost with no profit. You just have to pay shipping, essentially, and maybe a little bit of ink. He's just trying to break even. But there are some really great people in that Discord, and some of them have been interviewed. Constructed Chaos on YouTube is an interview that I'm sitting on. It'll be out in a couple weeks. Liars for Hire on Instagram. He does a lot of idioms and things. He's been interviewed, and it's sitting there. Verge Games did a Christmas Carol, and they're coming out with their 2nd adventure. So I interviewed them, and their episode's going to be out on Monday. It's awesome. And yeah, the passion, the wholesome passion is absolutely, it radiates in the community. And when I started 225, I knew that's exactly how I wanted the community to be. And just, I don't know how, I don't know why. It all kind of fell right into place, right into my lap, and people introduced me to people, and now I'm introducing people to other people. And the Discord here is kind of all of these different communities that I'm a part of. They're all starting to kind of come together into the 225 Discord, which is awesome. So it's super cool that you're there. It's super cool that all this is happening, and I'm humbled by it, really, because it all just kind of came together, and the fact that people want to listen and the fact that people want to do this is so much fun, and I'm truly grateful for that. And hey, thank you, man. And you're doing pretty awesome yourself. I mean, your Twitch and, you know, watching you build monsters and whatnot, I don't know everything at all. I am not an authority at all. But I will say, watching your Twitch stream definitely helps, especially with the Gilgamesh module I'm writing. Making those monsters and watching how you approach it helped me create my own monsters and helped me kind of create the mathematical side of stat blocks and whatnot. So if it wasn't for you, we still wouldn't be here. So everybody's that I know has kind of helped build this up, and it's been amazing. Networking's great. Drive for self-improvement. That's awesome. And it does. And a hero's journey. Let me back up a minute in case you did not know. It's not a sense of flattery per se, or I'm not trying to flatter. It's just the truth. You really have helped me kind of come through this, and watching you and subscribing to your channel. I mean, it's awesome. You were so much fun to watch, and it was such a pleasure to watch you. It was so cool, and I can't wait to watch you again. But so 225 has this journal out called A Hero's Journey. It's available on Amazon, $9.95. It's available in a variety of colors. In case you did not know that, now you know that. A Hero's Journey is the name of it. So many colors. I'm looking it up so I can throw it in chat in case you are curious. Oh, look at that. Three 5-star reviews on Amazon so far. It's been up, probably 3 or 4 weeks now, if I was to guess. Let's see. Yes, it is very, very useful. And that's the name of the journal is A Hero's Journey, named after, like, the Joseph Campbell Hero's Journey, because the hero in the journey is you, in this instance. So it's this hardbound, or it's not hardback, it's paperback, but it's hardbound, it's got a spine, and it's the exact same size as the D&D books, because it's a journal meant for 5e RPGs, and it has a character sheet in there, and half of the book is journal session entries. So there is a box for NPCs met, there's a box for setting description, there's a box for party knowledge. If something from the backstory comes up that was secret, you can write that down in that box. And there's all these boxes, a variety of them, for your campaigns. And I think I designed it about 500 different ways when I was doing it, but just for the sake of showing you what it is and what you kind of get inside, I will show you, because I have that ability. So I gotta find the thing. I gotta find the stuff. Where it is. There it is. I found it. Now it's gotta open, and then I will change the window, and we'll walk through it together. So this is A Hero's Journey. Looks like this. Here's the open game license, because I don't like sued. I don't want to be sued. I don't like lawsuits. The journal belongs to, here's an introduction. Players like me, ADHD, where the brain kind of just goes squirrely and things like that. I made that for players like me and newer players who don't know. Because in a video game, you have a quest log. In the video game, you have a go here, do this, and there's a very, it's very methodical and railroaded. D&D is not. So how do you go from a railroad, and here's the character sheet inside of there. How do you go from a railroaded background of like Skyrim, World of Warcraft, to a D&D campaign where it's kind of either being made up on the fly, or at least the bones are, or the bones have been planned, but the meat and everything is totally made up. So this is the best way that I could think of. Now the journey section, you have a bunch of session 0 questions here. which races are certain races playable. Will certain playable races be prohibited? Yes or no? Such as no gnomes or no bird people or whatever. Will there be player deaths? Is there going to be likelihood that you're going to die? Is this easy mode? Is this hard mode? How do you want to approach it? Do other players and the GM know where games will be held? If the answer is no, well, y'all got to talk about that. So the answer should be yes, etc. And you go through these in session 0. Because if you're a new player, these are things that you might not think about. And then with the adventure log, the rest of the book looks just like this. Items found, NPCs met, setting and location, quest log, combat encounters, what happened, who died, what died, how much damage, blah, blah, blah. Session summary is on the next page, memorable moments on the next page, plans and predictions for next session on the next page. So this is absolutely 150 pages long. The covers are a lot of fun. Let's roll through those. That's a hero's journey, but a Journal 5e is not. So here are kind of the various colors. They come in this is, and each one, the names of the classes are not, it's not class specific. The colors are just what reminds me of that specific class. So if you're a fighter, you might want a fighter sword, which is red and white. But you could be a druid and run red and white. You could be a barbarian and run red and white. You could be a cleric and run red and white. Does not matter. Artificer's Blueprint is literally the color scheme of a traditional blueprint. The red of a fighter, like the blood of a sword, and the white of, of honor and battle. The green and white of the ranger, just very nature kind of. The Paladin's Oath, very blue, very gold, kind of that honorable paladin aesthetic. This is the original one, Warlock's Patron. It's very red and black. The new Cleric's Oath, Cleric is not on here because he's getting redone, will have white inside and the red will border it, so it'll look just like Warlock's Patron, except there's a white innocence, a white holiness about it, kind of like the white of a collar of a Catholic priest, and against the black garb that they wear. And the red of like the bishop was the inspiration, so it's very Catholic inspiration. But yeah, so there are the various colors. You can find those, and that's it. Oh, here it is again. So if you go there, 3-star reviews, 3 5-star reviews. Excuse me, not 3-star reviews. We don't settle for that. This person nabbed it, and they don't regret it. There it is in line with the book, so it's just a little shorter, but that's the best I can do. But as you can see, it's very glossy on the front for the patron. All of the different categories on the inside. But as you were saying, it takes forever to design. I designed this thing so many times, and I don't know if you can tell, but the fonts inside have changed too, as well as some of the text boxes and the line sizes over time. So I think where it sits now is in its final form. We'll see. And thank you. But again, the color of the cover does not correspond to a specific class. It's more just of a fun way to label each book. And I can see how that can kind of get confusing, so maybe I should not have done it that way, but I did anyway, so I guess. So you can be a warlock and take white and black. But white and black I did as Monk's Key, because white and black is the kind of yin and yang inspired from that Eastern influence. Blue and gold, very holy. Also, it's the same color scheme as 225 Games. It's the same branding. It might not seem like a lot. Very helpful. Hey, thanks, man. That really means a lot. I'm glad that the passion shows. I care a lot about 225, and I care a lot about the community. And the ability and way to give back to the community is awesome. I think this is so cool that like I'm in it, like I'm a part of the community now. That's crazy. Like I'm no longer standing on the sidelines looking in, going, "Well, that'd be cool." Like we're in it. We got the podcast. We're in it. I'm DMing. We're doing good stuff. That's awesome. So the next big project will be the GM version of this. I don't know what song this is. Not that my ADHD needs any help going crazy, but also, this is incredibly distracting. This is not easy listening. This is a lie. That's a little better, I guess. That's actually a lot better. Anyway, we're gonna change it to beats. I don't know where I was going. I totally forgot. Again, why I made the book. ADHD out the wazoo. But we're in it. We're in it to win it. And it's just so cool to be here. And it's cool to have people like care about what we're doing. And it's not being lost to the noise. Because there is a lot of noise out there. Especially when it comes to fun stuff like D&D. So. Yeah, that tune drove me nuts. But this seems pretty chill. This is hopeful and laid back are the adjectives used to describe light in reverse. So, I feel very hopeful all of a sudden, and I feel a little bit laid back. So, uh-oh. Well, now I don't feel anything. I backed out too much. Whoops. Let's go to travel. Cinematic travel? No. That sounds like a bunch of horns. Horns and very airy strings. Bird of mouth. Anyway. That's what I've been saying. Ver life really hits home with me. Thank you for that. Really, I got you, bud. Thank you. Ver life for sure. Oh man. So I'm glad your monster is made though. Little funky beats to design. That's what I'm here for. Oh, you're still designing, so never mind. I was gonna say I'm glad it's done. It's not done. You're still going. So keep going. I should probably design too, but I don't even know what to design. I don't know what to do. I'm just here to chat. I'm just here to enjoy the life with my friends. Enjoy life with my friends. Look at all these people joining the Discord. I love it. That's good. I'm glad you're almost done. Because 5 in the morning is very bright in the morning. In my day job, I teach children daily. But tomorrow we do not teach children. It is parent-teachers conferences. So my day tomorrow is a lot easier than what a normal day would be. I have something to do at 9:20 in the morning, and then I have something to do at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then I have something to do at 2:20 in the afternoon. So I have 3 things to do. So basically I have the day off, minus an hour total, I guess. So that's cool. I'm here for it. What's going on Instagram? By the way, most of my stuff is on Instagram. That's kind of, as you can hear, that's me speaking at Instagram. How exciting. Very meta. But yeah, we are on Instagram, 225 Games, TWO 25 Games. So that's some good stuff. Getting to catch a break as the week comes to close. Oh man, it's awesome. It's been a week for sure. So I'm pretty ready for a kind of almost a 4-day weekend. Today we did parent-teacher conferences too. It was more hectic, but not by much. A conference every 2 hours for most of the day. So I do a 20, maybe a 10 minute, maybe 10 minutes of conferencing and then like 2 hours of break. So It was not anything super crazy. Thank goodness, because that would have not been fun. Sometimes they do get very crazy, however, and that's not fun. But this is a pretty good group of parents and whatnot. So things are good. And I'm checking on the Insta, seeing what's up on Insta. People liking reels mostly is what's up on Insta. But anyway, all that to say, we're good. Life is good. The website should be up soon. Adam is here. He's playing Apex. But while he was here, I started trying to make the website, and I got exactly 10 seconds into it, and then I didn't make any more website. So it's fun. I'm so bad at making sites. I've tried many times. And I say this will be the time I do it. And I never do. Yes, I am. Or I was. I was working on the 225 website, trying to get it up and off the ground. And it'd be kind of nice to run e-commerce through there. So that way I can buy kind of bulk of a hero's journey and sell it out of 225. It could be, it'd still be available on Amazon, but if you know me personally, then you could buy it from the website. Or I say personally, I don't know, through Instagram or through whatever. You go to the website, you can buy it through me. That way, Jeff Bezos doesn't feel entitled to much of the profit. It can go straight to 225. And all the profit made from the book goes right back into the Epic of Gilgamesh, because that is going to be incredible when it's done. It's going to be amazing when it's done. The pages are going to be full of art. The pages are going to be this very, very nice paper. It's going to be kind of like the player handbook. I'm going to make it as official looking as legally possible and as awesome as legally possible. Custom creatures as far as the eye can see. All of that. That's why a hero's journey exists. We got to start fundraising for all of the artists and all of the cartographers and all of the everything that goes into making a module the best that it can possibly be. So, there you go. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of fun work. It's going to be awesome. I'm very excited for it. Hopefully we can make some money off the podcast too. That would be fun. Run an ad or two and then be like, hey, I funded a module with a podcast. So, yeah. So after Gilgamesh is done and people buy Gilgamesh, then all that money will just go back into Beowulf. And after Beowulf is done, I'll go back into Orpheus and the like. So, I think now call me crazy. You might say, Garrett, you're crazy. Don't do that. Garrett, that's insanity. Garrett, what? Garrett, are you nutty? I'll say, yeah, probably. So, I have no adventures out there. None of my own. I don't have a single adventure. 225, Garrett, nobody has a single adventure out there. However, instead of doing Gilgamesh right off the bat, I think I might start small. And I'm thinking, with my brain, I said I'm thinking I might do the Tale of Orpheus as a 5e adventure. Which is Orpheus going down to the underworld and getting his love. The popular hit musical known as Hades Town, which is right here on my sleeve, is about that myth. So it might be kind of cool to do that. Okay, now hold on. Let's pause for a minute. Because now I have an idea. And let me get your take. Let me get both of your takes on this. Let me see. Would you rather, we're playing a game of Would You Rather. Would you rather A, the games take place in the world, in the historical context. So it would be kind of low fantasy, takes place on Earth, Mesopotamian adventure with monsters and stuff that exist in Mesopotamia. It would be low fantasy Greece, so it would be Greece, but it takes place with Greek mythological creatures, unlike something, far off in another planet. Or should we take the stories? Should you take the stories and then put them either A, on their own planet, where they coexist as one history, and it's Earth's history just put on another planet. Oh, let me rephrase that. Earth's myths put on another planet where they exist in the same realm. So Greek myths exist as Gilgamesh exists, as Beowulf exists, and they all exist together. Or even like a fantasy Earth where it's like a post-apocalyptic event or something. Like magic hits the Earth on a meteoroid, wipes out all life. It's post-apocalyptic, but you have like this magic, kind of like Tiberium in Command and Conquer, where something comes, wipes out life, but with it comes this great power. Something like that. I don't know. So I guess the question is, keep it historical and keep it within the historical context and separated, or make it a little bit more fantastical and put them on the same realm, put them on the same planet, instead of super based in history. That's the question that I propose to both of you. Because I see benefits to both ways. I'm going to read this out loud as soon as it shows up in chat. There it goes. It showed up here. It showed up there, but it didn't show up there. Anyway, I'm going to read this now out loud for my own benefit and for the benefit of Adam. I sort of like the option of all myths are real in the same world, not only because it sounds like a fun fantasy realm, but also because ancient Greek inspired material in 5e in the Theros book. That is true, it is in Theros. But the kicker with Theros is that it's not OGL. So any Greek myths that you could pull from that book straight and just yank it out, you can't, because then they could sue because it's not in the open game license. Which is unfortunate. Which is, yes, yeah, Theros is fun. I like Theros a lot. From a Magic standpoint, I used to play Magic. Well, I still play Magic, but I used to play Magic like a lot. I used to play Modern a whole bunch. But yeah, so for those of you that don't know, because in case you've never had to know, but in case you do, maybe this is just, I'm preaching to the choir, but maybe I'm not. I don't know. The point I'm trying to make is, there exists a document called the Open Game License, and it's like 200, 300 pages. And it says, if you want to make a 5e adventure, you have to do this. You cannot say these names. Here's what you can use. And the rest of the book is that here's what you can use. And it's basically like the Dungeon Master's Manual. That's hard to say at almost midnight. Yeah, the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Player's Handbook, and the Monster Manual all kind of wrapped up into one document. You cannot use proper nouns. You cannot use like proper places. So you cannot publish something from 225 Games and it could be Drist's Adventures Through the Forgotten Realms. That's a very fast way to get sued. But I can say random drow name here adventures through random world I made up here, and I can pull stat blocks from the Monsters Manual, and I can pull magic items from the Dungeon Master's Guide, and I can pull the racial traits from gnomes, and I can make an adventure that way. I cannot pull things from Volo's Guide. I cannot pull things from Tome of Foes. I cannot pull things from Monsters of the Multiverse that just came out. I cannot pull things from Theros, Ravnica, Strixhaven, Saltmarsh. I cannot pull anything in any of that. So, you get 3 books. What's in the guide is what you get. Otherwise, you have to create it yourself. On top of that, it cannot look official, which means the red and white kind of logos and the red and white kind of font and the type font, the way that the pages are stained and kind of the art style and the fonts and the font sizes you choose and the colors and the headings, can't do any of that. So if you've ever been to Crit Brewery and you go on Crit Brewery, and that would, or Crit, Natural Crit, something like that, and it's home brewery, homebrewery.naturalcrit.com is the name of the website. You go on that website, and it's great because if you're not going to publish it, it looks official. So you can give it to your players and be like, yeah, this looks great. Now, if I'm going to publish that for money, it's a great way to get sued because it looks exactly like the trade of D&D. So when it comes to publishing material, you have to be so careful with the open game license. Yeah, so if you go to DM's Guild, you can use a lot more stuff. The thing, though, is that all the hard fruits of your labor that you put into your thing, they take, like, a ridiculous percentage of it. They, like, 60-70% goes straight to WotC for doing nothing except giving you the honor and privilege of using their IP, and the rest you get as an allowance. So, yeah, that's, I mean, Amazon does the same thing. So whenever somebody buys a hero's journey, 60% goes right into Bezos' pocket. I wonder how he became the richest man alive. I just can't figure it out. So 60% of my hard work goes to Bezos. But also, the caveat to that is it's Amazon. So the foot traffic for those going D&D beginner guide, D&D nerd guide, dungeon, whatever, some little kid's mom, he wants to get into D&D because he watched Stranger Things, whatever, that's going to come up. That would not come up on DM's Guild. That would not come up on wherever, and they're not going to buy that from there anyway because Amazon's so ingrained in our culture now, especially after COVID, that I'm willing to pay that 60% because the foot traffic is bonkers. The biggest market, all you gotta do is type in D&D Beginner's Guide, D&D Nerd Gift, D&D Geek Gift, D&D Journal, Dungeons & Dragons 5e Journal. Type in any of that. I don't know what page it'll come up, but those are the tags that it will come up on. But if I were to publish a module, I also would not want to use DM's Guild because that is so infuriating. The ability for them to take like 60-75% just so I can use the stat block of a satyr. Or of a whatever. So, one man's opinion. One guy's opinion is another man's treasure, something. Like the old proverb goes. So, that's just my take on it. Plus, it's kind of fun to just kind of run it yourself. Especially if you want to branch out. So if you want to be known for TTRPGs instead of just D&D, and you want to homebrew something else, or your own system or whatever, the great thing about 225 Games is that we are 225 games. We are not 225 role-playing. We're not 225 5e. We're 225 games. So there's another percolating in the back of my brain. I have these ideas for RPG systems for students, since I work with students. A TTRPG system using music, because I'm a music teacher too, where you level up your music ability by playing music at the table, and there's a whole world building thing into that, but I have not figured out how to execute it yet. Working on it, but we'll get there. Yeah, exactly. Getting to really stretch your skills into more than 5e is probably a really good move, not getting stuck in one thing. And I will not lie to you, I absolutely am the most familiar with 5e. There's Pathfinder, Pathfinder 2, 3.5, which is kind of Pathfinder, I guess. I don't know those systems all that well, truth be told. Music's incredible. Yeah, it is. Music is awesome, and I teach ukulele, so to 5th and 6th grade. So I think engaging them in their RPG element would be a lot of fun. There's a program out there that is not mine. I'm also extremely tired, so that's okay. There's a program out there called Recorder Karate, and it's exactly what it sounds like, where you play some songs on the recorder and you level up. And how do you level up? You get a ribbon tied to the bottom of your recorder. So it's like you're working through the belt system of a karate, whatever. I don't know, karate genre, I guess, for lack of a better word. Martial arts genre, karate, taekwondo, whatever. Anyway, all that to say, you get belts on your recorder, and the kids eat that up like you would not believe. The kids love it. The kid with the most belts on their recorder is the cool kid of the class. Like, they are just the bee's knees. So, how do I take that and make it into music? I've got a couple ideas. Well, into recorder, or I'm sorry, into ukulele, and to make it more RPG than just get something on your stuff. And I've got a couple ideas for that, but we'll see. So many ideas, so little time, because I'm always editing a podcast episode or recording an interview. That eats up so much time. And I don't have the resources to hire someone to do that and edit that for me. So, we'll see, I guess. Be nice. That's kind of fun for me, too. I enjoy listening back and making it exactly the way I want to, and molding those conversations into something that's highly listenable. It's a lot of fun. This is the longest stream I have ever done on YouTube. This stream is very long. Oh, with other resources, it's going to be a job. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. It's fun chatting with you. It's fun getting your take on things. I have all these thoughts, and it's nice to get them out there and get somebody else's opinion. Somebody whose opinion I respect, I'll say that. There's a lot of people who I don't respect that give me their opinions. Actually, that's not even true. Most people who give me their opinion, I do respect. So far, there's been one person. I'm like, go pound sand. Get out of here. You're an idiot. Other than that, everybody's been great. And, man, I can't wait to see your streams again. And, by the way, on the Discord, there is a place where you can post your streams. So if you go live, please let us know. And I love watching the creative process behind people who do kind of like craft those modules and craft those adventures and craft those creatures. There's a really good guide. The Angry GM, I think, is his name. It's Angry GM, the Angry GM, Angry GM something. And he has a series of blog posts that are how to craft your own monster. And without straight plagiarizing it, it would be nice if he or somebody went and made a YouTube video based on his teachings, because he dissects the entire system and figures out how to make a monster, because the DM's guide is garbo. Real bad. On your honors project, so time outside is a class limited. I understand that. School sucks. School's great, but school sucks. School's great because it's a lot of fun to keep doing these things, and it's a lot of fun to learn. I'm a lifelong learner. I love learning. It sucks because I want to do other things other than that. And being a full-time student, being a full-time honor student, that's a time sink and a half to do it well. So I completely empathize with that. Yeah, absolutely. But also, I would challenge you to pull the trigger, because something I had to learn myself, and who am I to bestow any kind of advice? But something that I learned is that you have to pull the trigger. If I was waiting for everything to be polished and ready to go, 225 would not even be a thing. We would not be sitting in the stream. A Hero's Journey would not be on Amazon. At one point, you just got to pull the trigger and go, and you learn as you go. If you wait till you know everything before you go, you will never go. You have to go and learn as you go. So please don't let the polishing part intimidate you into doing what you want to do. As you grow, as you get better, you'll grow, and as you grow, you'll get better, and more people will see you, and more people will be in your corner cheering you on as you grow, which just makes you want to grow more. And I do say that from experience. I was real bad when I started. I'm still not great. Podcast is pretty great, though. A Hero's Journey is pretty great. But as far as the module writing stuff, I still have work to do on that. And I guess that's maybe why I sat on it for so long, because I'm waiting. I'm procrastinating because I know I'm not good at it. But we do have to get out there, and we do have to create, and we do have to put it out there and grow. And I'm in your corner. You're in my corner. We're in each other's corner. Pull the trigger. And have fun doing it. And of course, yeah. Get through school and get that done. But when it's done, and then you're good to go. I don't know what this is. This is not something I signed up for. I don't like that either. I like this. We're going to listen to this now. But yeah, please pull that trigger, and please show us who you are. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that. The community's growing, and everything is growing every day. 180, 170 something listens on the investigation check in like a week, which is crazy. It's working. Everybody's listening. It's awesome. But I still feel so new. I still feel so young. My little bitty baby self. So. But it's awesome. I would tell the same thing to my students, though. If you're gonna do something, just pull the trigger and just you gotta do it. You cannot wait. Do it. And failure's the best teacher. Like I said, those first 2 episodes looked great on screen. They did not sound great in the car, but the 3rd episode did. So it only took 2 episodes in to get it. Hopefully the next one's just as good as the 3rd one. So who knows? Enjoy the small community, making it big brings your own struggles. Here's about it. Exactly. Hey, welcome back, buddy. The minute that this is gonna sound real dumb. Maybe I don't mean for it to sound dumb, but it's gonna. I really tend to gravitate away from communities when they get huge, because you just don't feel seen. Like, the closeness of the community on a small community, watching each other grow, is awesome. And everybody's contributing their own ideas to the community. Like a 225, it is 225 games, but it's not just my Discord, it's our Discord. We're in this together. I just get the privilege of putting links in general instead of self-promotion, I guess. But we're still sharing each other's things. We're still talking in general, rooting each other on, and just showing each other love, and steel sharpens steel, like I said earlier. Like, it's really wholesome. But all of that goes away when things just blow up out of nowhere. And yeah, it's good to blow up out of nowhere, I guess, for selfish reasons. Because sales would be better, everything would be better. But you lose that close-knit community, and then it just kind of becomes a numbers game instead of a people's game. And I'd much rather play the people's game than the numbers game. Every day, all day long. 100%. Because it's the people why you do it in the first place. Well, at least for me. The community's awesome. And these people are real cool. Sketchy Kobold in the Discord, fantastic person. Phoenix Iwaki, great guy, doing his, by the way, he's doing a stream this weekend. He's doing a charity stream. I will be giving away a Hero's Journey on there. I got a story. Once upon a time, this guy, Phoenix Iwaki, Phoenix, I-W-A-K-I is how you spell it, twitch.tv/Phoenix, I-W-A-K-I. This guy is doing a charity stream. He's doing this Jasper's Game Day thing for suicide prevention. And he said, hey, do you want to give away a Hero's Journey? I said, absolutely. Please do. So he's posting these posts of like all the companies that are giving things away. And it blows, just talking about it kind of it gives me goosebumps. It makes me laugh. Because it's me, Phoenix Dice, who makes dice out of, or is trying to make dice out of recycled products. She was episode 2 of the investigation check. And next to her is Hero Forge Minis, who is like a titan of minis. Above her is World Anvil. And then there's like 2 others. And we're all on this thing together. So I'm like, who am I to be sitting here with World Anvil and Heroes Forge, and I'm over here in the corner? Who am I? I don't even know. But that was so cool to see. Like it's there. Like it's a thing. We're doing it for real. So it's awesome. But if you have a chance to check him out, Phoenix, however you spell it, I can never spell it right, nor will I ever. It's the word Phoenix, all one word. I, like me, W-A-K-I. Super great DM, super wholesome dude. Love him to death. He made so many connections for me. I just happened to pop in a stream one day, and he was doing tornado relief after those tornadoes ran through the United States a couple weeks back. He's just awesome. Awesome guy. And that's how I met DM Charlie. That's how I met Phoenix Dice. Well, that's how I met DM Charlie. The DM Charlie introduced me to Phoenix Dice, and Phoenix Dice was on the podcast, as well as DM Charlie. So it's been absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I do not mind, even a little bit. I just have to find it. Let me see. Yeah, twitch.tv. If you come by, tell them 225 sent you. Is that how you spell it? Did I actually spell it right? No, I didn't. I knew I didn't. That would be too cool if I did. And I'm not that literate, so it couldn't be. Let's find him. Okay, so that's how you spell. Oh, that's how you spell Phoenix. I told you I can't ever spell Phoenix. Is this right? It is right! Huzzah! We found it. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I'm a cookie who is smart. There you go. Now it's in there. Popularity isn't a real metric for quality of work, at least by my standard. For me, experience and merit is the way to go. I agree with that wholeheartedly too. You can be popular. You can produce some poo-poo. Look at Walmart. Look at Great Value. You ever have a Great Value Fruity Pebbles? Boom. Sweet. Awesome, man. I'm so excited for you to be there for that, because it's, I mean, not only is it a good cause, but that Phoenix as a DM is awesome. I think he's great. He's such a wholesome guy, and so the community is absolutely just as wholesome, and it's so cool. That's all I can say. Like, I don't have the vocabulary acquisition to be able to describe what's going on in my heart, but dude, it's everybody in this community is just rock solid humans, and I'm all about it. So that'll happen this coming weekend. So be ready, be on the lookout for that. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, go back and watch some of his video on demands if you have the chance, and if that's something you're into. I know some people don't like video on demands. It's kind of like leftovers. You don't ever have leftovers. You don't open the fridge. You always gotta make something new or go out and eat. Some people love leftovers. So if VODs are kind of your thing, by all means check it out. Dude was in the hospital for a while, so for about a week. I don't know what was going on, but he was in the hospital. He's now out of the hospital. He left today, so congrats to that guy. And he is something else. He was doing something else. But anyway. Alright, you're off. You know what? I think I'm about to be off too. If you're off, then I'm off. We're going to have ourselves a good night. So, you sleep well. You sleep tight. I'm going to sleep well. I'm going to sleep tight. So, as I say on the podcast, may the road rise to meet you, and may the wind be at your back. May your rolls be natural 20s, and your GMs gentle. And until we see each other again, my friends, may a friend hold you close, and I'll talk with you soon. So, take care, and I'll talk with you soon. Have a lovely evening.